Let's now enjoy a musical rendition of Trini to the Bone by icon David Rudder on the violin, performed by violinist Andre J. Donowa.
Hi everyone, my name is Andre J. Donowa, and first of all, I'd like to extend my congratulations to all the graduates of the Institute of Banking and Finance. All right, so a little mixture of soca and the violin, so do enjoy.
Thank you, Andre, for that remarkable rendition. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to recognize the graduates who have excelled in their relevant specialty of the certificate program with IBF's awards for outstanding performance at this year's ceremony. For excellence in the banking specialization, Sasha Thomas. For excellence in the banking specialization, Anthony Lancaster. We have the honor of welcoming Sasha Thomas, valedictorian of the class of 2023, to deliver the valedictory address on behalf of the graduates.
Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Operations and Administration, First Citizens, Professor Sterling Frost. President of the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Andre Sinclair. President of the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Richard Downey. Directors of BAT, IBF Council members and alternate representatives, Chief Executive Officer of IBF, Ms. Marsha John, graduating class of 2023, members of the media, members of the staff of IBF, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to you all. Dear future financial extraordinaires of Trinidad and Tobago, my name is Sasha Thomas. It is with great pride and humility that I address you today as the valedictorian for the IBF graduation class of 2023 for the Professional Certificate for Financial Advisors. I never met any of you. We never had any interactions, but we had one thing in common: success. Congratulations on reaching this milestone. Congratulations, my fellow graduates. This pillar is a stepping stone, a parallel ending to a specific journey that only begins to set the sustainability for another. It is a journey that, as individuals, we took and will continue to navigate towards a future ordained by God Himself, the foundation Himself. I cannot even try or imagine trying to compartmentalize the body of this speech without saying, God, thank you. Thank you for guiding, equipping, challenging, positioning, and mostly sustaining us throughout this course. This certificate journey, for me, was very personal. My growth and motivation felt stormed even before I started this course. At first, I didn't know what the course was about or what to expect, but I knew that it was an important part of a bigger picture. Growing up, I often heard the saying, delayed obedience is still disobedience. And I believe that this saying, along with be still and know, served as my mantra for success and completion throughout my entire academic year. I lacked confidence in my ability to survive, to make it to the end of this course. But now I realize that I've only ever needed to put my faith in God. Although difficult, we can overcome obstacles. Making the decision to literally invest myself by pursuing certificate as a self-study course was both thrilling and heart-wrenching. But as the great Marcus Aurelius once said, the obstacle is the way. While contemplating the challenges, God kept putting the desire in my heart to take control of my own future. Leadership is a field that I've always had a passion for. When I was a child, it manifested as a desire to be a doctor. Then it transformed into what I called or deemed a calling to be a teacher, which is why I pursued my bachelor's in linguistics and education. Neither has manifested itself into fruition yet. In the interim, the goal is leadership in banking and finance. There's a distinct, unexplainable belief in my heart that I can make and effect change, not just in my organization, but in the lives of those whose paths I may cross in any capacity. Even if I did not fully understand this calling, I listen to the voices, the ones in my head and the ones in my spirit. My trajectory towards advancement in the banking and finance sector requires me to advance my knowledge in this field. Certificate is a critical qualification for my career growth, a small yet simultaneously giant step. My journey is not stagnant. I desire to pursue this route so that I can become an asset to my organization, to show myself approved and help others become valuable resources as well. I was fortunate to learn about the program through a colleague who was already 2 levels into the program privately, and he was kind enough to guide me to the information that I needed to begin my journey to pursue it. God's timing was the right timing. I was put on to a staff member at IBF. The immediacy, the patience, and the efficiency with which she responded represented the competence of the staff and team at IBF. This piqued my interest even more. I thank you for starting that process so smoothly and efficiently for me. The convenience and flexibility provided by IBF allowed me to seamlessly balance my professional and personal commitments. The online platform and prompt communication ensured that I could access resources and support whenever needed, eliminating any unnecessary disruptions in my daily routine. This level of efficiency and adaptability truly set IBF apart from other institutions, making my learning experience incredibly smooth and hassle-free. Still, self-studying the certificate program was extremely challenging, as I had absolutely no economic background. At first glance of the study material for level 1, I felt like I was walking backwards down a dark street line. Insurance, TVM, bonds, and mutual funds, all these were new concepts to me, an extremely new perspective, jargon that baffled me completely at first. But the obstacle did indeed become the way, because now I was required to fully invest my time into extra research and ad nauseum reading of that text until this jargon became a part of my own everyday vocabulary. Even though the road was long, it was never lonely. I had shoulders to lean on when self-doubt and principalities of defeat weighed heavy. My family, my friends, and my mentor, thank you. From your words of encouragement, your laptop loans, your patience with me when I isolated myself to study, and all the times I wanted to quit the course, all of it was highly appreciated. I sincerely thank you. A special mention goes to my colleague, Chris. Our random informal conversations on bonds and investments helped me with the study process. From the time you realized that I was doing the course privately, you did not hesitate to offer advice. You even mentioned me in conversations with your very competent and knowledgeable lecturer, Mr. Khan. Thank you for making studying for this course more focused. A meshing of both your general study tips and my own approach to studying, along with my passion for continuous learning, got me here today. I mentioned earlier that this journey for me was personal. It was about me refocusing and taking charge of my life. It was about me determining the elements of my future that I had control over. It was about doing my best even when I felt my worst. It was about tuning out the voices that told me to give up and stay small. But as Anais Nin so rightfully said, the day came when the risk of remaining tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Remember, my fellow achievers, this is not the end. This accomplishment for us all is just the beginning. I encourage you all to take your desires to advance yourselves along with the evolution of the banking and finance sector by going beyond this step. The movement of the world requires that we move along with it, a movement that is attainable only through us knowing more today than we knew yesterday. By continuing our journey in this sector, whether through IBF or any other institution for that matter, we can make a difference. The goal is to effect change. The goal is to make ourselves valuable and reliable assets where banking and finance are concerned, to be able to help others secure their futures and to be able to secure our own. Take charge of your own future by circling the present. Make yourself an instrumental and valuable asset to a very attainable and sustainable future. Make yourself an asset because that's exactly what you are. God says it's time to blossom. Let's listen. Thank you and thank God.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. We want to thank you, Sasha, for guaranteeing a sustainable future in the banking and finance sector and for inspiring others to keep going.